Good evening, everyone. It's Tuesday, February 10th, 2025. There's notice of regular session meeting of County Board of Supervisors and Board of Directors of Coconino County Flood Control and Jail District. So this is a regular session starting at 6 p.m. First order of business would be roll call. Well, call to order and then roll call. District 1.
District 1, Patrice Horseman. I'm here and present. Good to see you all again. It feels like we've spent the day together.
Thank you. District 2, Geronimo Vasquez, Supervisor District 2, current Vice Chair. Welcome, everyone. District 3.
Good evening, everyone. Tammy Ontiveros, District 3.
District 4.
Good evening, everybody. Thank you for being here tonight, and Judy Begay, District 4 Supervisor.
District 5.
Hello, thanks for joining us this evening. Lena Fowler, District 5, thanks.
Sorry about that. Trying to make sure I was on time. All right, next up, if we could please stand for the Pledge of Allegiance. Pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all. All right. We will now have call to the public to allow for any comments from the public. Please note that issues presented during the call to the public that are not on the agenda cannot be acted on by the Board of Supervisors. For items not on the agenda, individual supervisors may ask questions of the public, but are prohibited by open meeting law from discussing or considering the item. Only the speaker who has been called upon is authorized to speak. To encourage and respect expression of all views, we ask that there are no disruptions. Individuals are limited to 3 minutes for their comments. Clerk Daly will explain how the public can provide comment.
Thank you, Vice Chair Vasquez. At this time, if there's anyone here in the room that would like to provide a comment, you can make your way up to the podium and we will provide 3 minutes for you to speak. If you're watching on the virtual stream format, you can email your comment to boardcomments@coconino.az.gov. It looks like, Vice Chair, we do not have anyone here in the room that would like to comment, and we have not received anything in our inbox.
Okay, we'll give it 30 seconds more to see if anybody emerges online.
And there are no comments, Vice Chair.
Okay, thank you. In that case, we'll move on to Board of Supervisors consent agenda. All matters under consent agenda are considered to be routine and will be enacted by a single motion. Are there any items that board members want to consider separately? Supervisor Begay.
Number 8.
Number 8, Supervisor Fowler, number 8 as well. Okay. Any others? Okay. In that case, may I have a motion to approve the consent agenda items 1 through 8, separating item number 8?
So move.
We have a motion by Supervisor Fowler. Do we have a second?
Second.
We have a second by Supervisor Ontiveros. All those in favor, please indicate by saying aye.
Aye.
Any opposed? Motion passes unanimously. Thank you. Now on to item number 8, consideration and possible action to approve the intergovernmental agreement with the Navajo Nation Police Department to provide cooperative law enforcement operations and voluntary mutual aid in the event of disasters or emergencies within each party's jurisdiction from the date of last signature for 5 years. This is a sheriff's office, but I'll hand it over to Supervisor Begay for first comments.
Thank you, Vice Chair. I just want to ask Brett to go over a little bit of this, and I think it's been 2 years now, or 3 years now, that we've been kind of playing around with this, as board members. And I just want to make sure that, we get the help out there and on the reservation, outside, within the county of Coconino.
Before we start, Supervisor Fowler, did you have anything you wanted to say beforehand? Okay, then Sheriff, please, floor is yours.
Good evening, Brett Axland, Sheriff. Yes, thank you, Chair and Supervisor Begay. This has probably been going on for 20 years, back and forth. But this specific one, you're right, you're correct. It has been going back for about 2 years now. It's been something that we've been very excited to get through. There's a lot of, I guess you would say, red tape between the legals on both sides and everything else. What this is a request to approve the IGA with the Navajo Nation Police Department to provide cooperative law enforcement operations and mutual aid in emergencies. This is the first agreement that we know of at this point in time that we've actually ever had that covers more than just a single property. The last one that we've had was in 2018, and that was specific to just the Twin Arrows property. So this is a huge accomplishment, I think, on both the county side and the Navajo Nation side. It is important to note that at the same time that we received our approval, the Navajo County Sheriff's Office did the same. So very good step in our cooperation. I do want to thank the Navajo Nation Director of Public Safety prior, which was Mike Anderson, as well as Mike Henderson, who's the current Director of Public Safety for the Navajo Nation, for their help in getting this through. What this agreement will do will basically legally cover our emergency responses to the Navajo Nation or when requested. In the past, we have responded to the Navajo Nation when needed. In fact, recently in the past year, we've had 2 major responses. One into Cameron for an active shooter, which required a SWAT team, as well as a lot of patrol resources. And then most recently last month with the missing 8-year-old Molly Boone, where we were able to send patrol, search and rescue, and detectives with our investigations unit to help out with that. It's important to note that this agreement does not give us cross certification to be able to enforce tribal law. It's just to be able to act as peace officers while in the Navajo Nation. This agreement goes both ways. So it also covers the Navajo Nation peace officers off of the reservation as well. And it's for 2 things. It's one, for an emergency response if needed, or secondly, to respond when requested. So if there's a major case that they would like help with, that allows us to be basically peace officers within a sovereign nation, but only to enforce state law. And that is what the agreement is for. It's good for 5 years from this point in time. And so we will, it's our intent to continue this agreement from here on out. But I know it's going to be a major accomplishment for all involved.
Thank you. Supervisor Begay.
Yes, I just want to say thank you, Brett, for really being consistent, and county manager for, really pushing this through and just checking on it all the time. And aside, we've been checking on it also. So it's badly needed. We're short police officers. We're short funding. And, there's so many things that prevents us to have our own, the quantity of police officers that we need out there on the reservation. So it really helps, and we are the police officers for Navajo Nation are within the Coconino County. So I think, it's something that we can work with them, and certainly, slowly maybe other things could be added, but I know that the coroner's office is really working with the nation, the other departments, and schools, so I'm just really thankful for all the efforts that are being done by Coconino County in order to help the people within Coconino County. So thank you so much.
Supervisor Fowler.
Thank you. Now, we have 6 tribes in Coconino County. This agreement is only with Navajo Nation. I'm asking just because I think somebody might ask that question.
Yes, Supervisor Fowler, that's correct. We have a recent one that we are working on now with the Hopi tribe, and we are using this exact model with them as well. We have in the past had them with Wallapai as well.
Okay. Thank you. And I think this is a really great, huge step, and it has, this is the first, and it's really important that with the law enforcement works to partner and make sure that they have each other, back each other up. So I just want to appreciate you and your team for making this happen. And then, I know it's been in the works for a long time, so thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you. Are there any other comments from board members? Okay, in that case, I just wanted to say thank you for this IGA. Based on some recent events in town, we know just how important it is for law enforcement to have the support when there's situations that are critical and putting their lives at risk. And so just want to state that and recognize the risk that our public safety officers put themselves in for our public safety. And this is an IGA that's really important to help make sure that our officers in those rural areas have the support they need. So thank you.
Thank you, sir.
Okay, with that, Supervisor Begay?
I'd like to make a motion at this time to approve the intergovernmental agreement, IGA, with Navajo Nation Police Department to provide cooperative law enforcement operations and voluntary mutual aid in the event of disasters or emergencies within each party's jurisdiction from the date of the last signature for 5 years, and the date of the signatures are, I see it. I'm sorry. December 21st, 2025. Thank you.
Thank you. We have a motion by Supervisor Begay. Do we have a second?
A second.
We have a second by Supervisor Fowler. All those in favor, please indicate by saying aye.
Aye.
Any opposed, please indicate by saying nay. Okay, motion passes unanimously. Thank you. Now, may I have a motion to resolve as the Flood Control District Board of Directors?
So move.
Second.
We have a motion by Supervisor Begay, a second by Supervisor Fowler. All those in favor, please indicate by saying aye.
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 Any opposed? Motion passes unanimously. We are now the flood control district, and we're now looking at the consent agenda item. Consent agenda, excuse me. Would the board like to consider the item separately? If not, may I have a motion to approve flood control district consent agenda item number 9?
Vice Chair, seeing no one wanting to pull it, I'll make a motion to approve item number 9.
Second.
Second.
Okay, we have a motion for, there's a motion by Director Ontiveros and a second by Director Begay and a third by Director Fowler. All those in favor, please indicate by saying aye.
Aye.
All opposed, say nay. Motion passes unanimously. Now I need a motion to resolve back as the Board of Supervisors.
So move.
We have a motion by Supervisor Fowler. I have a second.
Second.
We have a second by Supervisor Ontiveros. All those in favor, please indicate by saying aye.
Aye.
All those opposed, please indicate by saying nay. Okay, motion passes unanimously. Now, may I have a motion to resolve as the Jail District Board of Directors?
So move.
Second.
We have a motion by Supervisor Fowler and a second by Supervisor Ontiveros. All those in favor, please indicate by saying aye.
Aye.
All those opposed, please indicate by saying nay. Motion passes unanimously. We are now the Jail District Board of Directors. Let's see. Would the board like to consider the items separately? If not, may I have a motion to approve the Jail District Consent Agenda item number 10?
So move.
Second.
We have a motion. We have a motion by Supervisor Begay, a second by Supervisor Ontiveros. All those in favor, please indicate by saying aye.
Aye.
Any opposed, please indicate by saying nay. Motion passes unanimously. Now, may I have a motion to resolve as the Board of Supervisors?
So move. Second.
Okay, we have a motion by Supervisor Begay, a second by Supervisor Fowler. All those in favor, please indicate by saying aye.
Aye.
Any opposed, please indicate by saying nay. Motion passes unanimously. So are we,
Item 11, sir.
item
Government
11?
affairs.
Okay. So now, item 11, discussion and update regarding state and federal legislative or administrative matters, and Government Affairs Director Keith Burkus will present.
Can't hear you, Keith.
All right, just
Not
Just
talking
checking
yet.
that resolve back to the Board of Supervisors.
You did resolve as the Board of Supervisors.
Good afternoon, late afternoon, Chair Horseman and board members. In the interest of time, I'll probably make this very brief. I won't provide a federal update because I think we've talked about that quite a bit in the past, and we're working to get everything ready for the DC trip. I do have two quick state updates, one that involves the county pretty closely and one that's just, the legislature did pass the first piece of legislation that the governor signed, HB 2022, which is for Arizona to move its primary 2 weeks forward to the third Tuesday in July. That this year, that'll be July 21st, but that'll be an ongoing thing. And that was done so that to make the elections calendar more workable, so counties can certify results, prepare ballots, and administer cures of early ballot signatures issues without risking missing federal deadlines to send out for the general election, things like military and overseas ballots. And it's one case where we see the legislature, both parties and the governor work together. That was a unanimous or nearly unanimous process, so good to see. And it was something that needed to be done for those reasons. And good work on CSA and other people for making sure that that fix got, and ACO for getting that fix put in. So very good. The other update I have is HB 2292, which has been called a few different things, but it's the Wildfire Mitigation and Risk Reduction Authority, which is partially our wildfire insurance bill and trying to work on wildfire mitigation. Senator Blackman is the sponsor of that bill, or Representative Blackman, I'm sorry, HB 2292. And that is going to be heard on the agenda, committee agenda of Land, Agriculture, and Rural Affairs on Monday at 2 p.m. And it's one that's important enough that we'll probably want the county to testify on behalf of it. CSA has also made some amendments to try to, or is working with some of the reps, including Diaz, to get some amendments in there. But it's also, the name of the authority will called the Wildfire Mitigation and Risk Reduction Authority. But this is basically the bill that we got approved at CSA, almost with enough votes to have the county support it and CSA run it. But it's Coconino County's leading on the bill, and we'll have an opportunity to testify on Monday. So we will try to figure out, and that also happens to be a holiday, so it complicates finding people that'll want to testify for it. But we'll probably have somebody with the county. We'll have staff or somebody available, or possibly.
Mr. Chairman, if I may, just briefly on that point, obviously, we always defer to the elected officials. You certainly bring the gravitas and the weight. Monday is a holiday. I know it's short notice. We have been working with the chairman to get this scheduled. It's also approaching crossover week. This is a House bill. We've got to get it heard this coming week. And so Chairman Diaz has agreed to that. Chairman Livingston in Appropriations has agreed to the hearing. And so he has a double of referral because it has appropriations in it. Monday's a holiday. I know the chairwoman who is online tonight, we communicated with her. She's not available. So I'm looking to the dais. If you're not available, that's fine. We'll put staff into that. But if the vice chair is available, we'll prepare testimony for you that way, and we'll staff you and be there. But we had to, okay, all right. So we will plan for the vice chair, but Andy and I will work on a backup plan for staff as well. But we'll make sure to be staffing with you there then. Okay?
Yeah, so either way, we'll have somebody there, so you'll have the first option, and if it somehow doesn't work for you, then we'll have staff cover it. So this is really big for us that it's on the agenda. It's not the perfect timing, but beggars can't be choosers. We're really happy that we have the opportunity to push this forward, so we will take that opportunity. And that was pretty much the extent of my update. I know it's been a long day for most of you, so I will stop there unless anybody has questions.
Hey, Teresa.
Oh, I guess, yeah, okay, I can make real quick. There is also, just from an election standpoint, or from understanding who's going to represent us in the future, we are aware that Senator Hathothly will not be running for re-election, and that that's represents part of this town, and of course, the Navajo Nation and other tribal nations, and LD6, the senator there. So, and Jamasita Pashlikai has filed to run for that seat, also Myron Socia. So there will be a primary between those two. And then also in the House race now, May Pashlikai is running. Angela Maloney has just filed a statement of interest. She's running. There's also, I think, two other candidates, Ian Teller and Dadrick Scott, running in that race. So just, there'll probably be some more people across the state as time goes on that'll be announcing not running again, but since that one's local and impacts our area, just something of note there. So.
Thank you. And then I had a question. And I'm not sure if it was covered last time, but I know that we just got recently some notice from our elections department about some change in the primary date. Could you talk a little bit about that, please, for the public?
Yeah, so the first thing I mentioned there was that the primary will move up to July 21st, so it's 2 weeks earlier. And that was to allow for some times to meet some deadlines and stuff. That legislation did pass, so that will be the primary date, not only this year, but going forward, it'll be the third Tuesday in July.
Keith, if I can just, on
sure.
that, Mr. Chair. So we have already experienced that in the last election. The legislature had moved it up one time to satisfy the federal requirements on how much time had to be between elections and notices going out and overseas voters having a chance to submit their ballots. So this will not feel different necessarily to the voters, other than they gave themselves another week by moving it into July and not just further up in August. And so we will now have the primaries in July to be able to account for all the different operations that need to be done between the elections.
Supervisor Fowler.
Yes, and now with that being done, now there's discussion about even moving it in 2027 to May permanently. So in 26, the election will be July 21st, but 2027, it may change to May. But for now, all we're concerned about is July 21st is the primary election date.
That's correct. And that's what it'll be this year. Yeah, it's true. They may do it again. And I should mention one of the reasons that this became important is the state, couple years ago now, I think, or whatever, they changed the threshold that required a recount to a much broader, many more races are subject to recounts than in the past because they moved that margin. I can't remember if it was 0.5% or 1%, but it's a much bigger margin than it used to be. So what they're trying to avoid is kind of a scenario where if you have 4 or 5 races that go to a recount, there's a lot of time involved in that, and then that affects other timelines. So this buys elections offices more time to do the work they have to do post-election, especially if there's a lot of close races.
Okay, thank you. Are there any other questions or comments on this item? All right, in that case, thank you for the clarification.
Thank you.
Item number 12, discussion, review, and possible direction regarding Board of Supervisors planning calendar. County Manager.
Vice Chair, we can certainly go over to planning calendar if you would like, or we don't need to. Really, we serve at your pleasure.
Have there been any major changes, County Manager, since the last time we went over it last week?
Thank you, Chair Horseman. I don't believe there have been any major changes. Just to note, we do have a board meeting a week from today, 10 a.m., February 17th. That is our next board meeting. On that day, we will be proclaiming Coconino County the 135th anniversary. We'll break for a reception prior to that consent agenda, and then we'll get back to our consent and action items. So that's going to be a good day. And Deputy County Manager Phil Pott.
I just wanted to also mention, Chair and Vice Chair, that I believe Clerk Daly posted a quorum for this Saturday for the fallen officers. There is an event at the City of Flagstaff, and I'm not looking at that time directly, but I think it's 11:30 to 1:30. So it looks like Lindsay's double checking to make sure that I have that correct.
It's 11 a.m. to 3 p.m.
thank
at
you.
the City of Flagstaff City Hall parking lot.
Again, that is a barbecue fundraiser for our DPS officers.
Andy, I'm having a real hard time hearing you.
That is, yeah, 11 a.m. to 3 p.m. Thank you, Deputy County Manager Phil Pott, for that reminder. Saturday, February 14th, barbecue fundraiser for DPS officers, Robert and Hunter. So, that is to honor, those fallen officers. 11 a.m. to 3 p.m., City Hall parking lot. We've posted that for a quorum.
Good.
All right, thank you. Are there any other items on the planning calendar that we should be aware of at this time?
I guess I would just simply add about the proclamation for the 135th. Right after we'll do that proclamation, we'll break, probably have almost an hour for the reception. We've invited past elected officials, past retirees of the county, as well as our current workforce. But we will head right from the proclamation over to the corner of the historic courthouse, the steps, to do the photo with the large group outside. So we're going to migrate over, take the photo. Tom Alexander will be here to take photos, and then we'll come back and enjoy the reception. So have your coats close and ready, because it may be snowy. So we may have a white image for us there on the ground.
That'll be quite a surprise considering how dry and how warm this winter's been. So, all right, thank you. Next item will be discussion update from county manager regarding possible community, regional, and/or administrative matters.
Thank you, Vice Chair Vasquez, members of the board. I think we've covered it today and in this evening's meeting, so appreciate your time. And nothing else to report from our county manager's office.
All right, thank you. In that case, item 14, roundtable. We did do roundtable last week, so unless anybody has anything pressing to do roundtable today, I suggest that we table it. Colleagues?
I agree.
We kind of covered some of
Horseman?
that in our retreat too, so I don't see a reason to do the roundtable.
All right, in that case, we will table roundtable for tonight, and the meeting is adjourned. Thank you, everyone.
Thank you. Have a great night.